God bless everyone. Judy here. I want to give a testimony. It's testimony time. So, I want to tell everyone what God did for me. He totally kept me safe from a really bad situation. You guys know that for my birthday, I was camping, and for part of the time I was camping, one of my friends came down, a good friend of mine that I've known for a very long time, and this friend also watches our cat, Bubs. And he came down for my birthday, and he's basically like my brother. I consider him a brother, like a literal brother. But anyway, he came down, and he camped with me some. I camped on my own some, and then he came and he rented a golf cart at one of the camp places we were camping at, and it was really fun. And so I was always riding around on the golf cart because he sleeps in and I get up super early, and I would have so much fun. I was zinging all around town in this little area where we were camping, and I just had a blast with it, and it was crazy. It was only like, it was such a good deal. I think he got it like for a week for like under $100. It was so fun. Anyway, so I'm just zinging all around and having a blast. And so I would get up really early. Well, I was up at like driving the golf cart super early. And a woman, like where we were camping, but it was away from the campground. It was over near the park area where the beach is. And there's people that are parked there and doing different things, but it was super early. And I'm on my golf cart ready to do my thing where I park somewhere near the beach and I go for a long jog or like a walk. I can't jog on my 1 foot, but I do lots of walking. And I was going to collect some firewood. I was just had this whole list of things I was going to do. And she comes, she didn't know that I saw this, but I have like eagle eyes. I have really good eyes. I was born with my eyes open. I could see. I've never needed glasses. I'm 54. I just have really good eyesight. I always have. And I'm very observant because since we've been traveling, I have had to be hyper vigilant because we have been in so many crazy situations. So I err on the side of like being so vigilant. Like I'm watching, like my safety meter is up high. Like I realized my whole life I wasn't really paying attention to things like I am now. Like I was just too busy. And with traveling, you just have to keep your eye on everything all the time. There have been so many sketchy situations that we have been in, and it's just been crazy. So I'm very aware of my surroundings. Even if I just look like I'm having a good old time in the golf cart driving around, I'm aware of things, okay? And this woman comes out she didn't know that I saw her come out of a white truck, but I saw that. And she came out and was like waving me down. And I'm like, what? She goes, help, help. She goes, can you bring me to my car? I'm going to be late for work. And I'm like, first of all, why is she here? None of it made any sense. But she like really looked like a normal, nice person. But I knew something was wrong. I knew like she's lying. But she said, hey, I'm going to be late for work. Oh my gosh. Can I just jump on the back of your golf cart? Can you bring me over there? And she was trying to lure me in. So where I was at I was at a state park. And I knew where she was trying to get me to go to because we had already explored that whole area on the golf cart. She was trying to lure me in the forest area. And I saw a red Ford Explorer. And she goes, that's my red car. And I'm going to be late for work. Oh my gosh, can I just hop on the back? And I didn't even have a chance to say no. And she hopped on. And, she looked like she was 30-ish, but she could have been older. And I'm like, she literally just jumped on the back of my golf cart. And she goes, I'm just right over there. Thank you so much. See that? It's way over there. And I'm like, yeah, I see it like way over there. And she like thought I was stupid. And the Lord was with me. He literally is like, play it off. And I'm like, oh. And he goes, just play it off. And I did. And she thought I was going to go into those woods. It was on pavement, but it was deep and nobody would have seen if I would have gotten robbed or something. And she literally thought I was going to go in there. And I pretended like I was, because I didn't invite her on the golf cart. She jumped on without me. And I saw the guy in the white truck that she got out of. I saw him. So I'm like, they're setting me up. Like, I know that. I can feel it. So she gets on, and then right before she thought I was going to go in this deserted area, I put on the brakes and slammed on the brakes. And I went, oh, I can't. I said, I got to go back. My husband, I got to go help my husband. And she looked really shocked and stunned. And I put the brakes on so hard that she kind of fell off the back. And she looked stunned. And I was like, oh, sorry, you're going to have to, I see it's right way over there. You're going to have to I can only take you this far. So sorry. So she thought she had me. Okay. And I was like so troubled. So I zinged around and she had no choice, but she kind of fell off, but jumped off because I put on the brakes. And then I zoomed off really fast back to the campground. And I saw the guy in the white truck. He was looking at me and I was like, and it was isolated because it was early in the morning. It was light. It was just getting light out. And first of all, I'm like, do you think I'm stupid? First of all, how are you going to be late for work? Why are you even in this park? Like something's not right here. So I was really troubled by the whole thing. So I didn't want to wake up my friend Jerry, but I called the ranger. The ranger came. I told him, and he was like, yeah, that's not good. And they were trying to lure you. I said, I know they were, because that whole part we went there yesterday. It's all isolated. And I did see the red Ford Explorer. Well, guess what? Turns out the next day, the ranger saw me and he said, I did talk to my manager and we were very certain that you were we believe that you were being set up. Like it would have gone. And then he said, the cops, can't say much more, but they're looking for a red Ford Explorer. The cops are looking for that. So he didn't tell me the crime, but they were going to either lure me, hurt me, rob me, take the golf cart. I don't know, but the Lord protected me and God wanted me to share this testimony because I wasn't going to share. I have lots of testimonies on how God has protected us, but I'm just going to tell you how smart the Lord is. And I just want to give him glory, but I had literal chills when the forest ranger told me. He said that I can tell you this, the cops are looking for a red Ford Explorer. And so they thought that I was just some stupid person on a golf cart that they could take advantage of early in the morning. And that they could just jump on and do that. And I'm going to tell you guys, God wanted me to share this because that was the wisdom of God. When she jumped on my cart without even me consenting to it, she was just blabbing on like that I would believe her. I let her continue to blab on like I was going to take her there. And I abruptly stopped right when I got to the clearing where the forest was going to begin. I abruptly stopped. That was the Lord that gave me that idea. And I said, oh, my husband needs me, and I got to go. I'm so sorry. You're just going to have to run. I know you're going to be late to work. You're just going to have to run. She just looked so shocked. Like she looked shocked. Like I tricked her. She thought she tricked me. Well, I tricked you. And they were up to no good. They were working together with that white truck. And, we don't have to walk around paranoid, guys. I do not endorse any kind of paranoia. We walk in faith and trust in the Lord. But if you're in the world, you're going to get screwed. The world is going to try to screw you, church. And the world is going to try to do all kinds of things. But did you know that nobody can do beyond what God allows? Even in all my abuse, there was only a certain amount that was allowed that God knew would have pushed me over the edge. So I was tremendously abused growing up, but God did not let it. God made sure that it stopped when it had to stop. Like God didn't cause it. God didn't make it like that. This is because people this world is screwed up. I just want to say that God is nice. But, God's hand is on every trial that we go through. And I just want to encourage people that are listening that I could have been a missing person. I could have been killed. I could have been robbed, but God protected me. And that was my birthday week that happened. And, the ranger and I became pretty good friends. We were there for a whole week, so he would talk to me a lot. And he was like, man, it's crazy. Like some of the stuff we see, it wasn't like, it's just getting worse. More crime around here and all this stuff. And he was just telling me stuff that like rangers wouldn't normally tell, because I shared with him what happened to me, because I felt like I didn't even want to tell the ranger what happened. I just wanted to like forget about it. But the Lord told me, you need to speak up in case they try to do this to somebody else. Like, you need to speak up. So I did. And he was really glad I did. He said, I'm so glad you did. And because I noticed that there was a lot of older people at the campground, and I thought, I don't really see myself as older, even though I am 54. But I feel bad for people that are really trusting and that are, much older. A lot of older people go to campgrounds and in their RVs and stuff. And I just thought, man, I just hope nobody gets tricked, because that was a good one. Like, that was a very good tactic, what that lady did, because she looked innocent. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be late for work. Can you bring me to my car? It's right over there. It's not very far. But to me, it was stupid, because it didn't make any sense. Like, why are you here if you're going to be late for work? And why don't you just run to your car, But anyway, so God is going to always watch over us. He's going to protect us. I have other stories, a lot more since we've been on the road. Close calls, crazy situations, scams, just stuff. I had someone follow me, and they were like chasing me, and I outsmarted them, and I turned, and then I lost them. And I've had things happen. It's crazy. We live in a world that's getting more insane every day, and more rage out there. And I just wanted to give that testimony of what God did at that campground for me. And he told me to share it. So God bless everyone. See you in the air. Bye-bye.